What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So we're going to watch this highly entertaining debate on the CNN panel, mainly between Kevin O'Leary and the panel, where they're going to be discussing about oligarchy, tech billionaires having control in government. So let's not waste any time and get straight into it.
Is he right?
Well, of course he's right, but the part that he didn't mention is that both parties are participating in this oligarchy. There's gambling in the casino. The corruption didn't start with Donald Trump. He's just less bashful about it than most. But the fact is that President Biden was president for 4 years. You didn't see him advance legislation for campaign finance reform. You didn't see him take up the mantle of getting money out of politics. Kamala Harris raised $1 billion in a month. So for him to say, oh, wait, I'm warning about the oligarchy, of course he's right. But it's a little too late. That's what I say.
That she gave to her rich friends like Oprah and them. Biden is warning about an oligarchy, but she had people like the likes of Mark Cuban and Oprah Winfrey. I mean, what's the difference in that?
I think you're probably right about most of that. But what is happening right now is that a handful of major companies and the ones that the men that lead them are saying in the next 4 years is going to be a make or break for AI. And the person who gets closest to Donald Trump the fastest and gives him the most money is going to win that race. Mm-hmm. That's extraordinary to think about.
You know, we celebrate in America the American dream. It's our #1 export. Zuck was a college student once. Look what he's created, how many jobs, how much taxes has he paid. Elon Musk, maybe the most successful entrepreneur in history, another aspect of the American dream, just showing you what can happen. We should be celebrating this. And by the way, that message that Biden put out there, that was Harris's probably #1 message during the election. How'd that work for her? Not so well.
You think that was her #1 message?
I think so.
I don't think so.
No. Remember she said,
I agree.
We have Trump coming and all the bad things about concentration of wealth. Americans appreciate the ability to pursue the American dream every day, and we do not push down on success ever. So, yes, Musk is rich. So what? Mm-hmm. Zuck,
I don't think
rich.
The issue is how
and
rich
everybody
they are.
else comes to this country almost drowning in rivers or getting cut under barbed wires to get in here to pursue their dream. Why do we ever think that we should bash their success?
Actually,
what do you
Actually, I want you to get it, but let me just say this. It is not about how rich they are.
Exactly.
Just to observe what
They're not rich enough, is that what you're saying?
No. I'm saying that actually what got them there, Mark Zuckerberg, Sam Altman, Jeff Bezos, they all got to where they are because they came up with good ideas. They built big, good businesses.
Let's punish them.
And and they did so largely without having to do what they are doing now. The fact that they have to do it now, I think, actually is a change for them. They were not going to Washington themselves groveling toward the political leaders to try to keep their businesses afloat.
Yeah, they were disruptors.
Wow, that is so crazy to me because they weren't complaining when Facebook and Twitter. I mean, Twitter literally took Donald Trump off of the platform. They banned him from Twitter. They took off the Hunter Biden laptop story from the New York Post. They banned people on Facebook for talking about COVID. They weren't complaining about these big corporations and tech companies being in the pockets and working with the politicians when they were working for the Democrats. This is insane. This is insane. There's no proof that Elon is going to bend the knee to Donald Trump and do every single thing that Donald Trump tells him. Nothing has happened yet. They're just speculating. But they're not going to call out all of the corruption that we experienced with big tech and the Democrats colluding for the last 4 years during the Biden administration. This is just a bunch of projection. This is insane to me. And then, once again, he's right. Kamala Harris ran on basically saying that we have to get the rich to pay, get them to pay their fair share of taxes. We have to increase the taxes on the 1% and on the rich, while also saying that she's going to create an opportunity economy. Make that make sense. Why would you create an opportunity economy for people to become rich, for them to end up getting punished? And that's what Kevin is literally saying here.
That this did not just start with Donald Trump. And I don't actually think that was Kamala Harris's message. And I actually think when I listened to this, I thought Joe Biden...
Why is he looking at her like that? Back up a little bit, man.
was literally trying to pass the torch and give a nod to Democrats about maybe we should have rethought and not just run down my list of accomplishments of all the great things I did, but also talk about
to whom?
to the
Gavin
next
Newsom?
to the next generation of leaders and talk about probably I don't think he was doing it to Gavin Newsom, but he was saying to the American people, the American dream is real, and if you work hard, you should be able to prosper, but everybody should play by the same rules, and it shouldn't just be billionaires get to continue to expand their wealth while the working class Americans that so many Democrats acknowledge they weren't able to.
Well, if that's the case, you're talking about everybody should be on the equal playing field. So you're either going to increase the middle class and the lower class's taxes because the 1% pay most of the taxes, or you decrease their taxes to the 10-15% that the middle class, the lower class pays. What are you talking about here? Which one would you like? Right? You just said make it a plain equal field, which I agree with. I agree. I think everybody should pay the same percentage, flat tax percent across the board. Doesn't matter what your income is. Period. But I don't think she understood what she's talking about there.
Front. I don't think. I think it's hard to say that Joe Biden was punishing them when Jeff Bezos was famously at one of the more recent state dinners in the Biden White House, when Bezos and SpaceX, Elon Musk's company, have all of these contracts with the Biden administration agencies. So it's hard for me to know how he was punishing them. But to me, let's go back. I'd like to go back big picture to this address today. I don't think it was an address for today. I think it was an address for history and posterity and how the Biden administration is going to be seen. I don't think the 36% approval is going to be affected in the short term, one iota, by this farewell speech. But I do think that we are going to study it and the things he said. And he was passing the torch, not to Gavin Newsom, not to an elected official. He was passing the torch. He told the American people that we are the keepers of the flame when he talked about the Statue of Liberty and that analogy that he made. He also talked about how so many of the things he did are going to grow and bloom in decades to come.
How do you think
I think that's going to be the case.
How do you think history's going to treat his foreign policy, his Bidenomics? How do you think he's going to be treated? Pardoning his son, the Biden brand name. Do you think a single Biden can get on the board of the Smithsonian?
I don't think you can argue against pardoning the son when you supported a felon. You see, that to me, you lose the moral authority there.
How do you feel about the Biden brand? How did he help his family? It's worse than Nixon for him.
You're going to talk to me about helping the family when Jared Kushner got $2 billion from the Saudis?
Yeah.
So one of the things, I think that one of the things that we have to be mindful here is that all politicians play this game where they say the rich, especially with Democrats, the rich should pay their fair share. And Josh 100%. Is right. Joe Biden has been in office, and the rich have only gotten richer under Joe Biden. It happens, though, under every single president, whether it's Republican or Democrat. It is just Democrats. Their mantra is that the rich should pay more. I thought that for Biden's speech. Now, Biden came into the White House with a lot of promise. He's been in office since about the same time as I think the Ford Pinto was an actual vehicle. That was back in the 70s. He came in office with these number of years of experience. And what you saw during the Biden administration, unfortunately for him, and unfortunately for Democrats, was a lot of underperformance. I thought that they thought the 2020 midterms where Biden was dark Brandon, they saw success. Kamala Harris was out as the abortion czar. All of that was supposed to help Joe Biden. And then we get to June, and then we get to July of this year, and the bottom fell out of it for Joe Biden. So I don't think attacking the 1% of the rich is really going to help Joe Biden.
It's not about, Kevin, it's not about not letting people get rich. It's about not letting rich people control the political process and not having our politicians captured by those rich people such that they can't institute regulation and common sense laws to make sure that the people at the top don't abuse the people at the bottom. And our system in Washington is broken.
That's fair. It's all fair, but half the country's still wondering how Joe Biden got rich.
Yeah, okay, so here's...
How did he get rich?
If Joe Biden got rich...
How did he get rich?
Oh, wow, what an ending. How did he get rich? How? Let us know. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about this back and forth. Was Kevin right, or are you guys on the side of Abby here? Let's talk about it in the comment section. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hit the like button down below. And of course, if you are brand new, consider hitting subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.